Wrld just released a new single with Young Thug called Bad Boy, a distorted electric guitar track. I have broken down how this beat was made, and today I'll show you how you can apply the techniques used in this song to your beats. With that said, let's begin. As always, I'll break this beat down into three parts: the melody, the drums, and the arrangement and effects. So let's start with the melody. This is what the main progression looks like in the piano roll. As you can see, this is made out of 4 chords: A sharp minor, C sharp major, D sharp minor, and a G sharp major. This progression leaves a bunch of empty space in the beginning, playing the remaining 3 chords in the last 2 bars. This melody is in the A sharp minor scale at 163 BPM, by the way. So there's 2 things that you need to keep in mind when trying to recreate this. First, use a minor scale, and second, leave the first 2 bars open. We do this because we want the attention to go towards the main melody, but I'll show you that later. First, let's finish the chord. So to recreate this, first add a minor scale, then add a root progression that leaves the first 2 bars open, and play 3 or 4 chords in the last 2 bars. Make sure to make them about half a bar long each. Now skip every other highlighted note 2 times. And done, that's your chord progression. Now for the sound selection, I'm using 3 different guitar layers, all of them in X-Band. First, the Dirty 56 guitar preset, which provides low end. Then the 56 Strat, which has that wave effect to make the chord last longer. Lastly, the 56 Strat Plus, which provides high end. Now that we have our layers, let's glue them together so that they sound like one and not 3 melodies smashed together. So for that, first EQ some highs out, and then add a little distortion to give that amp guitar feeling. Then add a flanger to add stereo imaging, now some reverb, and lastly some glue compression. This is what it sounded like without the effects. This is it now. Now that we have our chords, let's move on to the melody. This is Bad Boy's top melody. As you can see, this is a pretty simple downward melody that starts in the 7th of our first chord, each note about half a beat long. So to recreate that, put a note on top of the 7th or 9th of your first chord, which means either here or here, and create a simple pattern that includes notes about half a beat long each. Now, I don't want to make an exact copy of Bad Boy, so instead of going down right away, I'll first go up and then down. For the second 4-bar progression, I'll change this note from the 4th to the 5th, which is where the highest tension in a chord is placed, so that it gives it a feeling of release when the pattern starts over. This is what that sounds like. I'll also add this riser to make the drop feel bigger. I'll add a free download link in the description if you want to use this melody, by the way. Now let's move on to the drums. First, add hi-hats on every 2 steps with triplets on the 2nd beat and rolls on the 4th. Clap on 2 and 4, and a perk to add bounce. Simple kick pattern and a long 808 that mimics the root note of our chords. For the arrangement, you'll want to play with these 2 parts. First, complete melody and drums, and second, just chords and drums. For a little variation at the intro, I'll add this crowd cheering sample to make the drop feel cooler, and I'll also automate this low pass filter. Before I play the final beat, if you want to download the melody I made in this video, there's a free download link in the description. I make 2 beat breakdowns a week, so if you want more of this, subscribe, and as always, see ya. Also, I just released a royalty-free trap look kit called Paperboy Volume 1. I will release a new one every month and send it to the people in my mailing list, so if you want to be a part of that, there's a free download link in the description. See ya.